What's up, Quinn? Hope you're doing so well. Thank you so much again for taking my call yesterday. My name is Christa, by the way. We spoke on the phone yesterday, and you told me that you and your dad, Mike, I believe, own this business together. And so I wanted to go ahead and get this video over to you as promised. And I'm gonna try to make this brief, but I also want to make sure I include the very important information for you guys and just throw in some really good key tips and tools and resources that'll help you to begin outranking your competition. And you may wonder, why I send this out. I mainly send this out honestly because there are a lot of SEO businesses, even a lot of web design businesses who claim to know SEO really well, but unfortunately, a lot of them are missing out on some important details. And so I want to really kind of do a walkthrough and include those details that I feel are very important when we're talking about outranking our competition and bringing in more clients. If by the end of this video you like what you've seen and heard, you feel like, I've got some tricks up my sleeve that can really, really bring in more business and boost your site in the search engines, then please feel free to reach out to me, and I would love to love to help as much as possible. If not, that's fine too. No harm, no foul. Still, please though, feel free to take this video and use it as a basis to start implementing these tools to still bring in more business. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about three key tips. We're going to talk about content. We're going to talk about citations, and we're going to talk about backlinks. And I'm going to kind of explain more in depth what those are and lay it out plainly, and so it's understandable and it's something you guys can actually use. So when I'm talking about content, I'm talking about everything on the front page here, including the pictures and what's behind the pictures and what the pictures are saved as. So all the words and all the pictures, everything acts as content. By the way, I love how you guys have your number right here at the top. You would be surprised how many websites I go onto and the number is nowhere to be found on the site, which is something you think would be pretty obvious, but I guess it's something that can just be easily missed, even by some web designers. Love the logo too, by the way. I like the red, white, and blue. Um, but Google likes to see upwards of 1,500 words on the front page of the website. I would even suggest to some business owners doing 2,000 words. And that all depends on how many words your competition has. So with Google, in order to outrank the competition, we need to do the same and more, right? Google is less, to me, less as a search engine and more as a popularity contest. And so the more the merrier. If you have ever seen sites like Wikipedia, the reason that they pop up at the top when you search just about anything is because of the amount of content they have. They've got so many words on their front pages, and so it just pretty much helps them to outrank the competition. You want to make sure you've got enough content so that you can include the keywords and key terms that potential clients are using when searching the type of services you have to offer. And so I encourage that you space out your keywords and key terms so that you don't get docked points by Google for something called keyword stuffing. I see a lot of businesses do this too when they're doing content for their site, is they try to take all the keywords and key terms and they stuff it into one paragraph just to say they have it. But that actually, instead of attracting customers to your site, it actually repels them because Google sees that and they move you lower. They kind of move you lower on the totem pole because they kind of see it as that you're trying to do that and intentionally trying to hack the system and kind of hack the algorithm. And so that's what I would encourage you guys as far as content. I looked on your site and scanned it and saw around It was around 200 words, I believe. And like I said, that's also what's behind the pictures. That's what came up in the word counter. I want us to look at the competition. Look, this is their content right here. You guys could easily beat them out with 1,500 words on your front page. And it'll allow you a lot more space too to optimize keywords. So I would highly encourage that. Second thing I want to talk about is something called citations. Now, if I go over here, and I'm going to talk about this business in a second, but if I go over here to Google, I've typed in carpet cleaning, Woodlands, Texas. Now, the reason I typed it in is because it is a keyword and it has a pretty high search volume. Now, if we look here, I want to scroll down because right here we see, for example, deluxe rug cleaning, the Woodlands, right? So we see the name of the business or the person or what have you. This might be a lead generation site, I'm not sure, but we see the name, we see the address, pretty much where they are, where they service, and we see the number. A citation, that's what a citation is pretty much. It's your business information listed accurately across multiple online directories. So Google, of course, is a directory. Facebook is a directory. Yellow Pages is a directory. Even Yelp or the Better Business Bureau, they are all directories. And I use a tool for this called White Spark. It allows me to see what directories your competition is in, and so it allows me to get you in the same directories and even more. Remember, Google is a popularity contest, and so in order to, we want to look at who is seemingly one of the most popular ones in the area, and we want to outrank them by getting more citations. And so, like I said, I use this tool. I can go in, see where they are, get you guys in the same one, and even more. And like I said, that allows, I love tools that can track numbers for me because it allows for accuracy. I love accuracy. I don't believe in just doing things just to do them. So if I'm working on the SEO of a business or I'm working on boosting a site, I want to make sure that everything I'm doing is hitting the nail on the head and is bringing the return that it's supposed to bring in. And so that's pretty much what a citation is. Oh yeah, another thing I want to say real quick is I would encourage you guys when you get a few minutes of free time just to go through and see if you know where your business is listed. I would encourage you to go and make sure the information is accurate. The reason I say that is I have seen a lot of businesses unfortunately moved down on the totem pole, not because they didn't do an excellent job, not because they didn't have good reviews, but because some information was inaccurate. So like if a number has changed, if business hours have changed, if it's moved a location, even if the name has changed, sometimes that doesn't always get corrected. And so there can be the same business but different information depending on what directory it's in. And Google, they like to know that if they're recommending you to a potential client, if they've got you on the front page, that you are that your information is easy to find and that it's accurate. So that's what I want to talk about in terms of citations. Now, the third and final tip I want to leave with you is about backlinks. Now, if I go over here, I use a tool called Ahrefs. There are other tools that are really good as well. You may have heard of Majestic or SEMrush. I like Ahrefs because it is as close to Google Analytics as possible. And it shows me the backlinks, which I want to talk about. So backlinks are pretty much, you may also hear the term link juice. It's pretty much an authoritative website or platform or even blog that is passing power and passing authority back to your site. And so we see right here that you have 109 referring domains giving you almost 2,000 backlinks, which is amazing, by the way. I want you to think of this as, let's say you start your first day of high school, right? And you want to get to know one of the cheerleaders, right? But you don't really, you're new, you don't know anyone, and let's say you become friends with a football player, and he knows the cheerleaders really well, and so now because you're friends with him, you now have access to the cheerleaders because of the authority of the relationship between the football player and the cheerleaders. Does that make sense? I hope that's not too too complicated. I hope I explained it well, but pretty much just imagine Decker's Carpet Cleaning linking up with another site that has authority, and because of their authority, they're able to pass it back to your site and boost your site. And so, like I said, 109 referring domains giving you almost 2,000 backlinks, 1.78 thousand. So right here we see as a result of that, you've got a domain rating of 8 and a URL rating of 27. And these are both on a scale of 1 to 100. Let me go over here because I wanted to look up Heaven's Best and see where they were. Oh, these are their keywords. Let's see here. Copy. Okay, so we see they've got 17 referring domains, giving them 89 backlinks. They've got a domain rating score, however, of 37 and of 21. Now, you might say, well, they've got so many less backlinks. You know, how is their domain rating and URL rating so high? I'm glad you asked. All backlinks are not created equal, right? There are some backlinks that are called no follow links, and all of those aren't bad either. And there are some links that are called do follow links, and so those links are passing the authority and power back to the site that they should be, like they should be. Some links, however, are not like that. They are not doing the job that they claim to be doing, and so we want to make sure that our backlinks are where they are supposed to be and that they are actually picking up and passing the authority that they should. If there's a normally when I see a lower score or another business beating out one business, it normally has to do, and they have more backlinks. It normally has to do with the authority of the backlinks. And so I tell people, you don't, things like this, you have to kind of look behind the curtain. I kind of see it as you take your car to a mechanic, it's not working well. There are some mechanics that may look at the car and say, oh, I can probably tell you this is probably what's going on based off of what you've told me. However, I like to think of it as you bring a car to me, I actually lift up the hood of the car, I actually look under, I look at everything that's connected. And that's how I look at a website, because I think when you kind of take things at face value and you only look at it from one angle, you can miss a lot. And I've actually seen businesses who they miss a lot because of just not looking behind the curtain. And so that's why, another reason I like to do these videos, I think I may have already showed you guys the volume for this. So like carpet cleaning the Woodlands, Texas, right? On average, we've got about 100 people searching this a month. And there are even more like there's even more terms as well, even more than this page. So we've got about 100 people searching a month, a very low keyword difficulty of 5. So like there's no reason that Decker's Carpet Cleaning can't rank for this term and like really just blow it out of the water. Let's say you guys got 100 people coming to your site because you optimize on that keyword. Let's say it's a really bad day, and out of those 100 people, only 40 people or 30 people gave you a call. Let's say out of those 30 or 40 people a month, let's say it's you're not really landing deals or projects. Let's say out of those 30 people, you only land half. That's 15 people, right? Extra per month. So that's kind of the power of keywords and knowing how to optimize keywords, is that it really does a lot for bringing those clients to you. Like I said, it acts as a magnet. It makes it less work on your end because it's something that you don't have to necessarily go out and do. It's just something that you have to do on the end of your website, right? Well, Quinn and Mike, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for watching this video. I didn't keep it as brief as I wanted to, but I did want to get in the information to you guys. So, like I said, thanks for your time. Feel free to reach out to me, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Talk to you later. Bye bye.